Julian Assange. Remember, he has pleaded guilty. And these are the latest visual. You can see, I think it's an aircraft in that visual. Julian Assange there. He has pleaded guilty in the US court. He pleaded guilty in a US court on a remote island. And now he heads to freedom, viewers. This is first on Republic TV. Live visuals coming in. Julian Assange walking free. He was in Saipan. It was an unexpected turn of events what had happened. The US Justice Department had agreed to hold the hearing on a remote island because Assange opposed coming to the continental US and because it's near Australia where he will return after he enters his plea. So WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange there. He was at a federal courthouse in Saipan, in a remote island, ahead of an expected guilty plea in a deal with the US Justice Department to set him free to return home to Australia. And he has emplaned, I believe he's landed in Sydney. Yes, he's landed in Sydney. Those are the live visuals coming in. Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks founder, has now landed in his home, and he's a free man now. And that is the latest update we have right now. Remember, last month, Julian Assange had won the right to appeal an extradition order after his lawyers argued that the US government provided blatantly inadequate assurances that he would have the same free speech protections as an American citizen if extradited from Britain. And you can see those visuals coming in. It's been years and years, of course, of this case. And right now, we can see WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange landing in Sydney. He walks a free man as he was released by a court on the US Pacific Island territory. He pleaded guilty to violating US espionage law in a deal that allowed him to now land back home in Australia. His release clearly now ending a 14-year-long legal saga. Assange has in fact spent more than 5 years in a British High Commission security jail, 7 years in asylum at the Ecuadorian embassy in London, battling extradition to Sweden on sexual assault allegations also, and to the US, where he in fact faced 18 criminal charges. And the charges, of course, stemmed from WikiLeaks' release in 2010 of hundreds of thousands of classified US military documents on Washington's wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, one of the largest breaches of secret information in US history. And there you can see the latest visual coming in. Julian Assange is now free man. He will be holding a press conference, and all eyes will be on that press conference in Canberra, the capital city of Australia, as it returns. He has just landed in Sydney. And he has arrived on the Australian soil, and his flight, his aircraft there, you can see those visuals coming in. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange landing in Sydney, and he has now touched down at an Air Force base in Canberra. My colleague and senior editor Shravan Sen joins us live on the broadcast from the newsroom. Shravan, of course, Julian Assange is finally a free man. Shravan Sen joins us on the phone line. I beg your pardon. Now, Julian Assange, Shravan, is a free man. He has touched down in Sydney. He's back home. It's a 14-year legal saga that he has been battling, and he will be now holding a press conference very soon in Canberra.
Well, in fact, this comes after he had landed in Northern Mariana Islands. That's where he had pleaded guilty on Wednesday to one count of violating the Espionage Act in a U.S. federal court. Remember, it was also interesting as to why this was taken into in Northern Mariana Islands, which is, remember, the big ocean, before it basically took off. This was the end of almost years-long battle that spanned almost 5 countries. Remember, there are 5 countries that we are talking about. As far as US is concerned, there are 17 counts of felony charges that were leveled against Julian Assange. There have been several reactions that have also been coming in. On the one, taking on the Biden administration with regards to this plea deal that took place, because many would essentially argue the fact that the WikiLeaks pertaining to Afghan war had basically compromised vessels national security. On the other hand, this is also about championing freedom, right? That is exactly what has been the other argument. But the 52-year-old, as you can see from the images that have come in, wearing that dark suit, he went in for pleading guilty to one of the charges, and thereafter, I remember his wife who also made out a statement indicating that this is a win not only for Julian Assange, but those who have been championing the rights of freedom of speech.
And of course, it has been quite a battle for Julian Assange. But what really happens next? What is really now in store for Julian Assange now, Shavan?
Well, in fact, after he lands in Sydney, it is expected that he would be addressing a press conference in Canberra. But remember that there are reports that are now coming in that is expected to happen in the next few hours. There's a possibility of that. But at the same time, remember with this plea deal that has been struck with the United States of America, Julian Assange essentially is a free man right now. It does not really affect in terms of the other cases that have been registered against him in the other countries, particularly in Ecuador and a few other countries too, where it does not have a direct impact on Julian Assange.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks so much, Shavan, for joining us with those updates coming in. Viewers, those are the live visuals coming in. Julian Assange's aircraft, he has landed in Sydney, expected to hold a press conference soon as he walks a free man now.